Hi there, I'm here with Alissa Hirsh. She is a Grinnell College senior women's basketball player, and this week was named the Midwest Conference Women's Performer of the Week. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ted.
Well, obviously you had a big week. I think the thing I think of the most with this squad is it's the first time we have qualified for the Midwest Conference tournament since the 03-04 season, and that was due to a pair of wins this past week. Talk about the team's performance and the feeling of getting to the conference tournament.
Yeah, well, it's awesome. I mean, the best way I could describe it is just it's been fun. We began the season with a goal, and we accomplished it. So, I mean, I think definitely like on the bus back from Carroll, we took a moment to feel just a little bit satisfied with ourselves. But it's funny because I think like right after we got home, we're just like, this week we're looking forward, we're just like, what's next? You know, like let's go ahead and win the tournament. Like let's extend this. So we're definitely not done.
And we're really in a hot streak. We've only lost once, I believe, in the year 2016. Against 8 or 9 victories. I'd have to go back and look at my notes, but the team is really hot right now. Talk about that. I mean, the team's really clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, the team's gelling, and we kind of trace it back to the Dubuque tournament. We played a couple of good teams there, Augustana and Dubuque, and had pretty strong showings against both. We ended up losing to Dubuque, but I mean, I think that really showed our team like what we were capable of. And since then we've just been piling win on top of win, and I think we've just proven to ourselves that this is for real.
Well, you've had a lot of players step up, but you really have taken this team on your shoulders, in my opinion. This past week, you scored 19 points against Carroll on 8 of 14 shooting, 5 assists. Earlier in the week, you had 30 points on 12 of 18 shooting in another victory. Talk about how, as good as player as you've been, it seems like you've stepped up even more, which I didn't really think was even possible because you've been doing so great, but it seems like that's kind of what's happened. Talk about that and how you've kind of taken the team to a new level.
Yeah, I think it's helpful to have the kind of clock winding down mindset. It's like, I know this is all I have left, so it's like, why be careful? Why like not see what I can do? And but there's also some technical aspects. Like I think my jump shot has been a more powerful tool this year, and that's helped me get open more for a good look. So. And
you've really developed from your first year many facets of your game. I mean, you seem to be able to do it. I mean, you can drive, you'll lay it up, you'll shoot from the out, you'll do everything. Assists. What have you worked on the most over your career, or what have you improved on the most?
Definitely mid-range jump shooting. Over the summers, I've never played in a league or anything, so really what I would do is just work on shooting off the dribble pretty much every day. So I think that aspect of my game has been elevated the most, and I think that teams definitely do play off of me a little bit or give me a step. So that was something that I had to do, to get, I guess, respect and then be able to get to the rim.
I don't think it's any secret that you are within just a few assists of setting the career record here. You're within 4 of tying it. Has that gone through your mind at all?
Yeah, my dad always kind of keeps me updated on my position and different records and stuff, which I mean, I don't know. But yeah, it'll be fun to get there. It'll mean a lot just because assist is such a team-oriented goal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having to rely on my teammates for all of that kind of stuff. And this group has been especially fun to play with. There's a lot of players that I love to set up on this team especially, so it'll mean a lot, and hopefully it'll happen against Forest. That would be awesome.
Well, it's interesting, whenever we're scoring the basketball games, my spotter and Isaac McGriff, we're always looking at your assists because we're always talking about how close you are, and that's always an interesting thing. Almost reminds me of back when Jack Taylor scored the 138. Yeah. We're always paying attention to that. Talk about what you think this year might do for future Pioneer teams. Just getting it is the first time since I've been here. I started here in 2007 that we've been to the tournament. Mm-hmm. Talk about what you think this kind of team and the performance and the success will do for future teams.
I'm not sure exactly in what way it'll materialize, but I know that it will matter. I know that freshmen coming in next year, they'll see oh, this program has standards. This program just made it to the tournament, made it to the playoffs, and did whatever we end up doing in the playoffs, and that just has a huge effect on the mindset that you play with. So I'm hopeful and interested to see what effect it has on the younger girls.
Coach Harold and her staff have really done a great job. I mean, of course, I'm a little biased since I work with her, but they really have. I've seen this program grow so much under her. Talk about what it is like playing for her and her staff.
It's awesome. I mean, yeah, it's her third year and we're already in the playoffs, so I'm really happy for her. I think everybody loves playing with her. She really makes she gets everybody to play hard, and I think that's a coach's goal, or that's their main task, is to get everybody performing at the hardest level that they can. I think that all of our girls do that day in and day out. For me personally, it's nice because she was a point guard. She was a scoring point guard, so she kind of like, we get it, and that's always a nice thing.
You relate to each other quite well,
Yeah,
in other words,
yeah.
yes. So I know this, the game I'm going to reference was not during this week that you were named Player of the Week, but when you hit the game-winning shot week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I believe, to win the game against Ripon and did you know that was how that was going to transpire? We were talking up top here, and I figured for sure it was either going to be Kayla or yourself that was going to take the shot. I actually figured Kayla. I wasn't sure. I didn't know how the play was going to be set up.
Right.
Talk about how that whole thing transpired.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just a good example of just like me and Coach kind of being on the same page. Like the play was pretty much just like set ball screen for Alissa get to the rim, you know, and I think that she trusts in that. I think we all trust in that. Alex set a killer screen. Ripon kind of helped, but the hesitation threw him off a little bit, and I was able to lay it in. So yeah, it was awesome. We had that Lake Forest buzzer beater last year, where the play actually was for Kayla, but then they doubled her and she kicked it to me. So I think, you know, when it comes to those late game situations, we could set it up for anybody. I think everyone has a lot of confidence in what that they're going to try to do. But yeah, I love being in that situation.
That was awesome, and if it makes you feel even better, I knew that game was not going to go to overtime. I knew we were going to win. I even told my person up top here, I said, we're not going to be here any longer. This thing's going to be over. So, again, this is Alissa Hirsh. She is this week's Midwest Conference Women's Basketball Performer of the Week, and in my opinion, the best player in the conference. Thank you.
Thanks, Ted.